Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on howestreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Jim Pettit, CEO and President of Aben Resources. Welcome back to the show, Jim.
Thank you very much, Jim.
Jim, how did the drilling season go for Aben?
Well, it was probably the most challenging season we've had yet in terms of the weather and conditions up there. We started the season with putting together a COVID plan and having our guys all stay up on top of the mountain where we work instead of at the bottom of the valley by the airstrip, where we usually rent some trailers and keep them away from the local community. And, that was the biggest concern. So we built a camp up top. That was a little bit challenging as well because the weather was so bad. Couldn't get the helicopter off the ground a lot of the times. You can't get up there. And we're trying to get all the camp stuff up there. So it took a little longer than you would expect to build the camp and get that all situated. And, and that's back in August. And it was snowing every night. And then, we're doing it. And raining every day. Never had sunshine until the day we wrapped up for the season. And, so 3 months of just miserable weather. And eventually, it caught up to us. The costs were escalating. When we got the drill up top, it was very slow going because we were in fractured rock. We're right close to the fault lines, fault zones. And so you got to drill slow. You got to keep that drill going slow. And the guys want to go quicker, but that's how you get your bit stuck. And then you end up losing all kinds of rods and stuff. So we were going really slow, and 1,000 meters took almost 2 months to do. That was 2 holes. We had budgeted for 15 to maybe increase to 2,000, but we just shut her down at the 2 holes. The good news is we did do what we proved what we were thinking. A year ago, one of the holes we drilled, I believe it was, hole 53, FK 53, we hit a zone near the bottom of that hole that averaged about 20 meters of 1 to 1.5 grams. And that was unique because we had drilled that hole from the east side of the Nelson Creek Fault through the fault to the west side of the valley, and thinking that we weren't, there's nothing over there, but let's run a hole over and see. And traditionally, that west side of the valley was relatively barren. Anyways, when we saw that last year, we said, okay, we'll get the crews up this season and the end of last season, and they were doing some surface work, and we're coming up with tremendous mineralized, like samples, surface samples were, from rock outcrop, that sort of thing. High grade gold, like 10 grams to 43 grams, that sort of thing, and even high grade copper, 4.6% copper samples. And that's directly above that hole we drilled from the previous year. And made us think, okay, maybe that there's a zone there that's mineralized. And so this year's drilling was to test if there was anything there. So we put the rig, the pads were built right where the high-grade mineralization was on surface, and we were drilling down through slightly a easterly direction, and we did hit the zone. Like there is mineralization there. What we hit was relatively low mineralization. It was a significant intersection and width of, I think it was up to 30 meters. But about half gram. But also it sporadically mineralized all the way through. And, that's now got our attention because that's what we were trying to do. It would have been nice had it been the same grades as the north boundary zone because that was just to our east. And, but didn't happen. But I think what we did do is we achieved what we were setting out to do. That side of the valley is mineralized. And, and that would make an intersection of about, a couple hundred meters. from surface down to last year's hole. And I mean, that's a pretty good achievement. So we're now looking at it. How does that connect to some of the drilling we did much further south, down to the south boundary, and the south of that even? We did hit some good mineralization, and that is slightly west of the Nelson Creek, but it's a kilometer and a half south. So that's got us thinking about next year now, and all is good. All is good. I was just glad to get through that season because it turned out to be extremely expensive when you break it down by the meter drilled. It was very, very expensive.
All of this action's happening in British Columbia's Golden Triangle, right?
This is all up in the Golden Triangle. Yep. And as far as what do we do now is we are looking for another sustainable project that we can get into. I've got a number I'm looking at, and it's not to give up on the Golden Triangle. We want to supplement it because Golden Triangle gives us a good 3-4 months of the year, and we want to fill in the balance. And there's a couple of projects we're going to review right now.
Jim, for people new to the company, what's Aben Resources all about?
Well, it's gold exploration. Very good time to be in the gold business. And, as far as where you can find us, the TSX under the symbol ABN, the OTCQB under the symbol ABNAF, and the Bourse Frankfurt is E2L2.
And for more information, where should people go?
You can go to a great website at abn.tsx.v.
Jim, thank you so much for the update, and glad you survived all the bad weather.
Thank you very much.
My guest has been Jim Pettit, CEO and President of Aben Resources. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on November 3rd.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at howestreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.